I'll be sharing with you like 3 tips, and the most important of it all that you must do if you want to get accommodation in this country and want to get it fast. Hello beautiful people, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Christina Calvin if you're new here, and I film on faith, model, parenting, Christian lifestyle from United Kingdom. And as I've said in my last video, that I'm going to be sharing with you how we're able to secure accommodation fast here in the UK. For those that are new, I'm actually a new immigrant. I just moved into the United Kingdom, not quite long, right? So I'll be sharing with you how we're able to get our accommodation fast and the things you actually need to do if you're looking to relocate into any Western world. And I'm sure that the tips I'm going to be sharing with you in this video will actually help you in getting accommodation fast. So if this sounds like an interesting video to you, then keep watching. And of course, wish to hear my testimony as per how we get this house, then keep watching too. Yeah, as I've said in my previous video, that one of the videos I made, the one we just got in here, I said that one of the things that you actually need to do if you want to get settled fast in the United Kingdom is settling accommodation. Come along with relocation is where to stay, right? And accommodation, one of the things that actually dread me the most when I was planning a relocation is the fact that I heard accommodation in the UK is tough. And of course, it's not a hearsay thing for me anymore. It's not something that I've experienced, but just that I didn't experience, my own experience is not what people have been saying, right? And this is one thing I would actually like you to know, that because people say it's tough or it's hard, it's difficult, does not mean it should be the same for you. Okay, our journeys are different, our testimonies are also different, our experiences about life will definitely be different. So I heard it's tough, it's difficult, it's this. I heard stories of people saying that they had to sleep in library, they had to sleep in churches, they had to sleep, squats, a lot of horrible stories I've heard. And the decision me and my husband made while we were coming is that we're not going to be getting accommodation first. God has actually sent people ahead of us into the UK. They took us all in. My husband is their guardian, so they took us in and be like, till forever you wanna stay. So, but the mistake these guys made was that they didn't read their contract well. For those following me on Instagram, if you're following me on Instagram, you should know this story by now. If you are not, what are you waiting for? I'm going to put the link on the screen. Christina Calvin on Instagram. Share, Christina Calvin is my handle on Instagram. Search for it and start following me. Okay, so they didn't read their contract well. They are in this country, right? Anything you want to put your name, your signature on, I beg you, do well to read the contract well before you pen your name, your signature. So these guys didn't read the contract well, and the contract says 9 months. They were thinking 1 year, 12 months. The way things are in this country is not the way it is in Nigeria, that you will say you just be paying rent. If you say you're spending 3 months in that house, you're not spending 1 day after that your 3 months, except you told them you want to extend your stay. Okay, and your stay that you're extending is not as if you're extending as per mercy Lord, as per money nil, as in the money is counting. So these guys didn't read their contracts well. They thought their contract will expire in September, and then we were thinking that okay, by July, August we'll start looking for house, and just because of what we heard, we were like, okay, let's give ourselves like 3 months, from like June, July, August. By September we should have gotten a house and everything, because we actually don't want to move out until the agreement expires. That's the plan. But June 1st, 2023, these people got a mail from their agent telling them that their agreement ends in 30 days, and they have to move out of the property by 30th of June. And everything just went bleak. Everything was just bleak. I'm like, you mean 30 days? That I've heard people say that 3 months, 4 months. In fact, one of the siblings in London was just like, we should be coming to London, that he is very sure that we will not get house this period, because it's not people as tenancy agreement don't end around that period. That people moving out, changing housing will be till around that September. That is when we will get out. That is when people always move out of the facilities and all that. And I'm like, I'm not coming to London. I'm not coming. I'm staying here and I'm getting this house. So one thing you need to do, right? I don't want this video to be very long. One thing I'll be sharing with you like 3 tips, and the most important of it all that you must do if you want to get accommodation in this country, I want to get it fast, is to tell God. I create content on faith, so of course, expect me to always boast and brag about my God. Expect me to boast and brag about Jesus, right? So I told God about it. I said, God, they've given me 30 days to look for a house. How do I do it? Then I began to pray. I tell him every details, the description, how I want the house to look, I want the, I want the area that my children can play around. I want a house that the area will be very fine and beautiful. I want a house, and we got it. For those that actually view my previous video, if you didn't view that last video, I'll put the link in the description box. Go and view it. You will see the house there. Everything I said to God about the house was actually what it is. I'm telling you, I got a beautiful, of course the house is unfurnished. Well, at least for someone new in the UK, for someone new in the UK, it's quite strange. And everybody that I've actually shared my testimony with, I won't be sharing that testimony. I just want to share you the tips you need to get accommodation fast wherever you in the Western world, especially in the UK. It's God. Don't take God out of the equation. People will tell you go to Rightmove, go to Gumtree, go to those apps. But the technicality about those apps is that they are those people, those Rightmoves, Gumtree, they are not the owner of the house. They are specific agents that are handling the house, and it's those agents that will now contact, and those agents will also have their own website and they have offices. So you imagine you staying on Rightmove. Some people have gone ahead, they've gone to these people's office. Some people have gone ahead, they've gone to these people's websites. So Rightmove, Gumtree, all those sites, they are just like a sub-site to, I don't know how to put it. I don't know if it makes sense. So it's important. It is God that you will tell, and that we now set. It is God that set this house out for us. So, and I want to let you know that God is actually interested in every area of our life. Think about it. Just name whatever aspect of your life. Tell it to God, and He will take control. That being said, 2, a closed mouth, they say, is a closed destiny. In this country, if you want to survive, you need to open your mouth and tell people stuff. People will not know if you keep things to yourself. So this idea of I don't want people to know what's going on with me, I don't want people to know what's going on in my life, you got to drop that idea in Nigeria. Okay? Talk, ask people questions. There was a day I went for a viewing, and as I was coming back, the Uberman that carried me, I was just asking him that I'm just tired. I keep going for viewing. Each time I go, I see like 3, 4, 5, 10. I'm telling you, the least I've seen going for any viewing is 6. I will meet 6 other families that come to view the same property I went to view. So it's not even this thing. And I'll be like, are you people playing with me? How come? And like 4, 5, 6 of them will be British, and 4, 5 out of them will be. There was a house, this particular house that we are in now. The agent told my husband that 24 families have come to view the house. That they have 24 people came to view the house already. Can you imagine? So we being the 25th people now going, how do you intend to get the house? That probably we've got British, we've got Indians, we've got a lot of people from different races, and this thing. But if God is involved in your business, He will change the narrative for you. So I'm saying that a closed man is a closed destiny. Tell people. So me, after telling God, after pouring everything out to God, I began to tell people, hey, you people, God, and God actually designed it that I have a group, a community I belong to, of people that just moved into this area that I am into, Leicester. So they share tips, they share information, and people know me so well on the group that day I was like, I keep every day, every morning, I say, people, don't let me go and sleep in library with 2 children. People come to my rescue. I keep shouting, I keep morning, afternoon, night. I was saying it. So and you know, and also I keep checking all these what's it called, all these right moves on the market, Gumtree. I keep checking them too. I'll get books, I'll go for viewing, but all the viewing they just say unfortunately all the documents they are requesting for everything. So I keep, that's how one day this woman was just, that day I was actually at work. That day I was really down. I was feeling so down, like God, I have just 5 days to go. It was a Tuesday. That was 26 or 27. They told us to move out of the house 30. I don't know how it happened. I'm just like, God, I need a miracle. That day I was at work. I stood with the machine I was operating. I'm just like, God, I need a miracle. Where do I keep my children? Today is Tuesday. We had to move out Friday, and I've got nowhere to stay. I've got no house. I was at work. After I went for break, I came back. I pressed my phone, nothing. I checked. I called some agents. They're just like, they get us book. They get us book for viewing for Friday. I'm like, if I even go for a viewing on Friday, how do I was just there. That was how something just pushed me to go jack my phone outside, and I'm just like, okay. So I took a short break, and I went to jack my phone, and I saw like 30 missed calls. I saw like plenty messages that have been tagged. Someone from the group, like 3 people has accommodation planned for me. Like they got accommodation for me that day. 2 of them were like the person's tenancy agreement has not expired, but they want to move into a new city, and you know, we can just continue pending the time their tenancy expired. But this particular one was that you have to go through the agent, like you have to go through agents. So what happened was that there's this woman on the group that her agent, the agent in charge of her house, came to do some repair in her house that morning, and she was just telling the agent that I have a sister that needs a house, that needs accommodation and all that. And she was like, I have a house at the moment, but we've got 24 families come to view already, but their accounts, you know, their credit score is not okay for them to have the house. That, do you know this your sister can take the house, will be able to pay? And she was like, I know Christina Kelvin have the money, she can take the house, she can do this person does not even know me. For you to know that God should always be involved. You're like, Christina Kelvin, she will take it, she can afford it, she can this, she vouched for us. That was it. She was like, okay, that's fine. If you said she can, then let she have it. See, don't let us go so much into the story. I shall got this house not through any site, because if it had to be through site, 24 people has gone already. So tell people, it's very important. Number 3, search the sites that people are always talking about. Gumtree, Rightmove, on the market. I think there are like 4 of them. Then search those sites. Eventually anything might pops up. As you've involved God, your own story will be different now because you've involved God too. Search those sites. Then the 4th one, which is the last and the most important thing, is that give it time. See, don't wait till the very down minute. I mean the late minute before you start searching for accommodation. Give it some time. You know, if you will be needing accommodation like 3 months, start early so that to avoid any rush hour to avoid any rush hour, any pressure. Give yourself time. Plan ahead of time. In our own case, it was not as if we planned to have this rush hour experience, but because those guys didn't read their tenancy agreement very well, so that was what happened. So the fourth thing you must do to get accommodation fast in this country: 1, then get all your documents ready. See, they'll be asking you for your 3 months pay slip, or some people will actually tell you that if you can pay 3 months upfront. Some people will tell you 3 months pay to reference, guarantor. Get all those things handy, so that when they're asking like this, you're sending it back to them. You're sending it to them. So these four most important things that you need to do for you to get yourself a house in the UK: 1, God; 2, a close one to the close destiny. Talk about it. Tell people. Ask people. See, the least person you think or you don't know, you don't expect, will actually be the one that will have the information that you will need. In this country, information is key. 2, check all the sites. Then 3, plan ahead of time. With this, you will definitely land yourself your dream home. We've come to the end of this video, and I know you enjoy it. If so, do well to give me a massive thumbs up, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.